Welcome back to Fit for Life. It's yoga day, and you know yoga is good for us too. It's strengthening, it's good for stress reduction. Oh, it's good for so many things. It focuses our mind. Yoga is a Sanskrit word meaning yoke, or to bring two things together like union. The mind and the body used to be thought as separate entities. They are not. One affects the others a lot. So just keep that in mind. These postures, these different things that we do, are called asanas, A-S-A-N-A. I used to pronounce them asanas, which I think sounds better, but it's asana. As I said, yoga connects the mind and the body. The yoga breath improves your emotional responses. It's great for stress reduction, such as anxiety. It can lower blood pressure. It can help to focus you. It can just make your brain better. It works, but you have to do it more than once a year, right? There are several different kinds of yoga. The one most common, and its variations in this country, is hatha yoga. We do use the breath with it, but it's more of the physical. So we are going to start with our seated yoga, and I'm just going to put my hands together here, and I'm going to say namaste, which is a greeting. So you're greeting the people that are with you. Of course, you can't see the people that are watching with you, but it's just a way of starting or finishing a yoga workout. All right. So we're going to start, you can relax now. We're going to start with a yoga breath, the simple yoga breath. It's called diaphragmatic breathing also. You're going to breathe up through the nose, holding that breath for a couple of seconds, and then exhaling. As you exhale, really relax. Make that exhalation longer than the inhalation if you can. You're just preparing the body to move too. All right, again, let's breathe up through the nose as you bring your head up. Holding for 2 and exhaling at least to the count of 5, 4 or 5 if you can. 6 would be better. It's not really set in stone. And let's try our third. Right away, you're going to become more relaxed. It does work. So let's breathe up through the nose again. You've got great posture, I can see it. Holding that breath for 2 and exhaling out. Let your chin drop right down. This music is going to help you relax too. So if you can find some nice new age music, and you certainly can do that if you have a computer. You want something that's kind of meditative on its own, right? We're also going to start by loosening up the body. And these movements are usually part of some yoga asanas, but we're just kind of using them to warm up today. So let's breathe up through the nose as you bring your arms up. Good. Open those feet a little bit. And you're going to exhale. Exhale. You can keep your head up if you have to. If you want to bring it down a little bit, you can do that too. Hi there. Can you touch your ankles? At least touch your ankles? If not, you could hold on to them too. Keep that back flat and straight if you can. So these are what I call the 4 spinals, and we're using our spines a lot with yoga. So let's breathe up again, all the way up. And exhale as you come forward. So it's still warming up. Just let the arms drop down. If you want to touch the floor, you can, or hold on to your ankles, whatever works for you. Good. So this is spinal flexion. All right, let's come up slowly, slowly. Now let's do spinal extension. Just bring your arm up, bring it up, up, up. With your free hand, grab that wrist. You're going to pull the arm up. You're going to be taller now. And pull the shoulders down again, a little bit if you can. Spinal extension. Good. Let's try the other side. So let's not hold our breath. You can do your natural breathing now, or you can breathe up as you come up. And then exhale slowly. I mean it. Every time I exhale, I get more relaxed. So if I fall asleep, you'll understand. Reaching up. So this is spinal extension. All right? Let's sit back now a little bit. We're going to do something called spinal rotation. We're going to twist that spine a little bit. Take this hand, cross it over. If you don't have an arm on your chair, you can hold on here or the chair itself. Pull yourself up nice and tall. Wonderful. Stay in this position and breathe up through the nose again. And exhale. Good. You can make that whooshing sound if you want to. You don't have to. And then we'll just relax back. Good. All right, let's take a breath together all the way up. Exhale as you rotate or turn or twist, whatever you want to call it. Pull yourself around. I heard a little something in there, but it feels good. So maybe we're realigning our spine here a little bit. Good. And then we'll come back and just relax. Now the spine can do one more basic movement. Take this hand, cross it over. This hand or arm is out in front. You're going to breathe up as you bring that arm up. And exhale, and don't bend the arm. Keep it straight and feel a stretch all the way down the side of your body. Isn't that wonderful? I think this is such a great stretch. It feels good. It does so much for us. Good. And come back. And I hope the music is helping to relax you. This is part of the sixth basic fitness component, which is stress reduction. And this is part of what yoga does for us. So let's breathe all the way up. Oh, don't forget this. Breathing up, 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 and then exhale, but don't do that. We're reaching. Oh, how does that feel? Wonderful. Oh, yeah, we love that. And then we'll come back up. And yes, I close my eyes because I'm relaxed. It just happens. I don't plan on doing that. So just think how nice that is for us, right? Circle those hands a little bit. Wonderful. I'd like to try the yoga cat with you now. We always do this one. This one is good for posture. That's one thing it's good for. You're going to just pull yourself up. Your hands are right here on your knees. You might be pulling back just a little. Pull those shoulders down. I'm tightening this. That just happens on its own. And we're going to look up at the ceiling. Good. And now let's do the opposite. We're going to drop the chin down, lift those shoulders up, round your back. You don't have to have good posture, but you want to stretch that spine out. Good. The yoga cat. Sometimes a cat does this with their back, right? As we come up, lifting that head up, pulling the shoulders down, I'd like you to breathe up. Up. Good. Now we're going to exhale and go down one more time, rounding those shoulders, bringing them up. Drop that chin right down. Good. And then we're going to come back up. So that's the yoga cat. I love that exercise. While we're here, let's just cross, grab the elbows. We're going to stretch those shoulders and upper back just a little bit. We're just going to pull those arms across without turning. You're not turning. Just pulling across. Good. And then to the other side. Oh, that feels so good. Wonderful. And then we're going to come back and just relax for a minute. Now, we're working on the upper body a lot today. I'd like you to try this. I just want you to hold your arms up. Cross elbow over elbow. Now this one might be a little ambitious. I can feel it in my shoulder here a little. Do what you can on this one, all right? And just try to bring those hands back a little bit. How does that feel? It's a great stretch for the back. It really is. All right. Now just unhinge a little and bring your elbows as far back as you can. Let's look up at the ceiling. Good. Just wanted to see if you could do this. And then we'll come back, but we're going to cross the opposite arm over. This one might be a little more difficult. And if you can just do this, that's fine. You're still getting a great stretch back there. And yes, this can be done with the yoga breath also. I don't know if I can do thumb to thumb. Sometimes I can, the more you do it. But this is called the eagle. And it's usually done standing up. And you're doing the same thing with your legs. You're wrapping like this. And then doing the arms too. And you could probably do it, but to maintain your balance might be difficult because that's kind of a tough one. I'd like to try the pigeon, the yoga pigeon. This is usually done on the floor also. You're just going to bring your leg up. Now, if you can't do this, you can cross down here and do some of the same things we're going to do. So we'll bring that leg right back up. Both hands here. Look at my posture. I'm going to pull myself right up. Look at the difference. Longer neck, taller, richer, younger, whatever. If you're having a problem with your hip or you've had recent surgery, even a year old, you may not be able to do this, and maybe you shouldn't. But take your hand on the inside of the knee. You're not going to see a great big effort here, but just very gently push down. If you can do it just a little bit. Good. Take this hand, same side, same arm and leg. There's a big space here, down in here. So one hand is under your leg. This hand is over. And if you can, pull that leg in just a little bit. So if nothing else, it's great for posture, but it is also good for your hips. So let's pull ourselves up nice and tall. Good. One side will be easier than the other, or more difficult. Let's try the other side. Great. I have a little more trouble with this one because, as I've said 3,000 times probably, there's a little arthritis in that hip. But I'm going to try it anyway, because if you give into it and do less and less, you won't be able to do anything eventually. So that's a terrible thing even to say. Of course, we'll be able to do something, but this will get stiffer and stiffer, so do the best you can. Push that knee right down. Good. I'm going to thread through, under, over, sitting nice and tall. Let's take a breath. Breathing up, holding, and exhale to the count of 5 if you can. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. We are going to do some standing exercises pretty soon, so let's just sit back up. Okay, let's put that foot down. Grab some water if you have it. I hope you do. Always have your water with you when you come to my classes, shows. Well, I suppose you could come to my classes too if you want. Let's just relax though, just for a couple of seconds. We'll come forward and just drop forward. Yeah. You can grab your ankles if you want, or just let the arms fall down just to rest for a minute. Oh, that feels so good. And let's come back up slowly. Now to stretch that lower back a little bit. You can do this lying down, standing up, or seated. Underneath, holding, or here, sitting up straight and pulling that leg towards you. If you need to sit all the way back, that's okay, but just pull that leg right up. Feel a nice stretch in your lower back. Good. And then we'll put that leg down. We're going to lift the other leg up, 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 and pull it in. Again, try not to do this. Try to at least lift your head and maybe pull. When you pull the chin in, it just straightens everything right out. It really does. It works. But we're not used to doing that all the time. All right. And then we'll just bring that leg down. Now, we're going to come forward, stand up without holding on. I hope you can do that. I'm going to roll my sleeves up here a little bit. I suggest getting behind your chair just in case you need to grab it, because you're going to be doing things like this. And if you lost your balance, at least you'd have something to grab. I'm not going to do that because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. We're going to start with the Yoga Warrior, which we always do. So how about a nice wide second position. In ballet, it's similar to this. This is second position. How about just doing some nice, easy lunges? How does that feel? Good? How's your balance here? I think most of you won't have any problem at all, actually. Just bring one shoulder forward, the other shoulder forward, just to loosen up a little bit. We use all parts of the body for yoga. Good. Bringing those shoulders across. Good. Now, we'll do a little bit of what is called salute to the sun. That too is done standing up. It starts standing up. You get down on the floor. You get back up again. But we'll do our version of it. We'll keep it really simple. You're going to breathe up as you bring those arms up. Open those feet a little and exhale. And then you would go all the way down and bring your legs back and then into the dog pose. But we're not going to do that. So let's breathe up as we come up. Good. And exhale as you come forward. And each time you do that, you'll be able to go down a little bit more. Now, if you can, stay here. Take a breath. Just stay here now. And exhale and watch. Your arms almost go down automatically. As long as you can do this, you might need to come to the side of your chair. Let's take another breath down here, all the way up. And see, I can go down a little bit. I was up here, remember? And each time you do that, but you're not used to doing that either, so just kind of take it easy on that. So let's do our warrior pose. Those feet are apart. Behind your chair if you have to. Our arms are up, shoulder level, right? This foot is turned out on an angle. This foot is almost straight. All right, and look at this hand. Can you do a little bend? And then come back up, good. And we're gonna bend that knee. Good. Again, if you need to hold on, you can do it this way. And let's do one more. You're gonna keep that knee bent now. Can you bring that arm up and over just a little bit? And the more you do, the better you can do. And then we'll just come back. Wonderful. Relax those arms down now. Good. Arms up. This one has to come up a little bit more all the time. We're going to bend that knee and come back slowly. This is great to strengthen also, not just stretch, but strengthen. Good. And we're going to bend that knee again. And this foot is turned out, isn't it? This front foot? Yes. All right. Keep this arm here. And we're going to do a nice, easy bend over. You can bend the knee too. Do it with a bent knee if you want. Good. And then we'll come back up. So if your knees are still in pretty good shape, that will be very easy to do. All right, let's relax just for a minute. Do our nice little twisty movements. Now, I really heard some things go back into place when I started this. It feels good. It feels good. And you're improving your balance because you're doing all this standing up. All right. Now we're going to do something called the Exalted Warrior, which is very similar. You'll see it. I love this one. Feet are apart again. Same thing. Turned out, straight, arms up, shoulder level. Pull that chin back too if you can, because you want to do that. But I don't want your head to do that. So let's just bend that knee again. And come back and bend. Nice straight arms. And bend. Let's do at least one with the breath. So we're going to breathe up and exhale and stay here now. See this arm in the back? Let it just fall down or hold on, whatever you have to do. Can you bring this arm in front, back? Reach for the sky. A little bit of a back bend. You can push those hips forward to protect your lower back. I mean, doesn't it look like we really know what we're doing? Well, of course we do. Of course we do. Let's try the other side. Angle, straight, up, chin in. Good. We're going to bend that knee a couple of times to get warmed up. Good. I love this one. And here. And one more. Good. Bend that knee. Stay here. The arm, let that arm come down. A little more gracefully if you can do it. And we're just going to bring that arm back. And we need to go back like this. We do. We don't do it enough. And you can stay there as long as you want when you're doing it on your own, okay? Now we've done some lunging, but I'd like you to try to do a little lunge to the front. You can put your hands right here on your hips and just step forward and bend that knee as long as you're able to do that. And then come back. We'll do the other side. Bend the knee. Good. And come back. And bend. And come back. Now when you're bending the knee, you're getting a good strengthening exercise, but you're also stretching the back leg, the calf muscle, the gastrocnemius. I love the name of that too, I do. All right, now, you know, time goes so darn fast, but I really would like to get this in. Feet apart again, arms out to the side, and all you're going to do is cross over and touch the knee. So this is similar to the triangle, but it's not exactly. Let's try this again. And yes, you would do this with the breathing. So as you come up, you're going to breathe up and exhale to the other side. Good. Breathe up through the nose and exhale to the other side. And we'll come back. And while we're here, feet are a little bit closer together. All I want you to do is slide down with this arm and elbow up on the other side. It's a great stretch for all this lovely stuff here. Let's breathe up and exhale as you slide down. You can open those feet so you'll have better balance. Getting a great stretch all down your side. And then we'll come back up again. Let's take a breath up. Exhaling and lifting that elbow. Good. And then we'll come back up slowly, breathing up and exhale. It's almost, well, it is part of yoga movements, but it could also be called body sculpting. Changing the shape of the body a little bit through exercise. I think that's great. All right, so let's just march in place nice and easy. I'm going to try one more, maybe two. We'll do this one rather quickly. We're going to connect heaven and earth. So we're going to reach for heaven and push down to the earth. When we come back, it will be this pose, the namaste. Flat palm. So we're stretching the whole body. We're stretching up and down. It's a great full body stretch. And let's bring those hands back together again, breathing up through the nose as we do it. Reaching up and reaching down. Good. And exhale. One more time. Reaching up and reaching down. Wonderful. Great. You're doing great. I will always be ending with these two exercises. We're going to do our table back. So we're going to stretch all the way down the back. And then you know what we're going to do after that. We do a little back bend. So let's hold on first and just walk back. This one's kind of easy, actually. Your arms are straight, and I want to see if you can flatten that back a little bit. Just copy what I'm doing here. All right, and the more you do it, the longer you stay down there, the more you'll be able to go down. So don't force it, but a little bit of exertion shouldn't help you. So let's come back up again. All right. Just don't hold your breath when you're doing these exercises. So we're going to walk back. I'm going to see if I can flatten a little bit more. So I know I can do this, and then maybe this, and maybe this. Maybe you need to step back just a little bit more. And then we'll come back up. And now we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to put one foot in front and use the same side, same arm and leg. So you're going to breathe up through your nose, and we're going to do a back bend. And then exhale as you bring that arm down. We're going to try that again. Breathing up through your nose, a little bit slower this time. Push those hips forward to protect your back. And exhale as you bring that arm down. I love that one. You know what? I think I want to try one more thing quickly. Do this with me. Feet apart. Has to be apart. So you might have to get behind that chair again or turn your chair. I want you to bend the knee and see if you can get your arm down there. We're going to try this one. This is just the beginning of it. We're going to try this one next time. Just want to see if, are you trying this? You can hold on if you want. Okay. Some things just pop into my mind. So let's sit down and do nothing, which is very difficult to do today. Just for a minute. We'll do our very short meditation or just calming yoga breathing, calming yoga breath. And don't forget to drink water after this, okay? So you can close your eyes if you can hear me, breathing up through the nose, holding, and then exhale. We're almost done. I'm going to say namaste, but we're going to end with a couple more breaths together. So we're going to breathe up through the nose, way up, holding for 2, and exhaling, exhaling. Drop that chin down. Good. Wonderful. Let's do one more breath together, all the way up. You've done something really good for yourself today, and we're going to exhale. Exhale, keep breathing out, keep breathing out. Thank you for joining me today, and we're going to see you next time, and I'll have some more fun things for us to do. Bye for now. Namaste.